Welcome back everybody, Zed at Imperium Games. This is my follow-up video to the first one I made on our version of finance around Magic the Gathering. If you didn't see it, I'm going to be producing 3 or 4 videos around questions that we get, sort of the regular Joe question like me. Is it worth it investing in Magic the Gathering? We all have our version of that. You know, if you go to Rudy, he's going to give you a very detailed explanation because he has product going back 20 years. If you go to other websites, they will talk about how it's not worth it and so forth and so on. What we know for sure is that Magic as a whole, over the past 20, 25 plus years, the product does, the sealed product for the most part, definitely increases in value over time. And vintage cards do as well. We know that for sure. Where we're not certain necessarily is going to be cards that have come out later, in standard over the past 5, 6, 7 years. Even if you take a Jace Mind Sculptor, is that still going to have any value in 10 years from now? It's already been around for a fair amount of time, and it's still selling, at a high price. So, the more they flood the market with the product, the more it can go down, and reserve lists, and anyway, all of that stuff. So, my focus is going to be on, sealed product. And this video is going to be focusing on the Innistrad block, which was Innistrad, Dark Ascension, and Avacyn Restored, of which I actually have 2 Avacyn Restored. They're not on camera, but I have 2 of these, and I'm not sure how I ended up with 2 of them. I'm trying to think about that, but maybe I had bought 2, meant to open 1, and never did. And remember, Innistrad came out at the end of 2011, and then Dark Ascension, Avacyn Restored was out in 2012. So I'm going to be going through this set today, and I realized that I might not actually make, a video on each one of these blocks. It would be interesting to do perhaps for me, but maybe in the commentary, if you're really interested in seeing block per block, let me know and I can do that. But what I was thinking is maybe I can focus on some where we have maybe some more questions. Theros, there's the whole Theros, Born of the Gods, Journey into Nyx block. We know that the Rivals of Ixalan block, boo, these things really are not doing well right now with respect to what we purchased them. But in the long term, with the cost that we purchased them, but in the long term, if you thought about Homelands, and what's that other one? Fallen Empire, you go onto eBay, those boxes are still selling for $300 or $400. There's absolutely no value in them, none. There's no value, there's no interest in buying the box, but they do continue to grow. And you need to know that purchasing these types of products, like we were saying in the last video, you have disposable money, you've come to a point in your age where you've got a couple of extra $100 and you say, I just want to have the pleasure, Imperium Games is about the fun of Magic the Gathering. We'll never have a video that is bashing the company and bashing this and bashing that, because that's not our take on it. Our take is that we enjoy playing the game and we enjoy cracking packs. So when you come to, your 40s at one point, and perhaps even before that if you have money, but when you hit your 40s, you have more disposable income. And so for you, it might be worth it to go back and spend $300 or $400 to crack a pack of Innistrad, because you didn't get a chance to do it 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago when it came out, like me. Now, I bought these boxes when they did come out, and like I was saying in the previous video, I'm going to average every single box here at about 145, 147. We sell our recent releases, like Theros Born of the Gods, we're selling it at $147.50, taxes, shipping included when you're a patron. So, and I think that I probably had paid somewhere about that, maybe $140, $145 for an Innistrad box 8, 9 years ago. Maybe it was that, maybe $140. So we can sort of figure that we're along those lines. And so I'm going to do 1 or 2 more of these, unless there's some, maybe one other one that I could include in here is all of this iconic sort of Modern Masters, Eternal Masters, maybe the Conspiracy, the Masters 25. I even have some core sets back here. I did get them. I've got Origins 2013, 2019, 2020. I didn't follow those. So I started over at Scars of Mirrodin. I just missed the Eldrazi. I should have bought the Eldrazi. I think it's going for $800 or $900 right now. But it was selling at the time, if I'm not mistaken, for like $300. So I don't know that I would have had that disposable cash 10 years ago. But anyway, let's go on to eBay, and maybe we can throw in TCG Player this time around just to get an idea of, really and truly what the average is selling for. And the objective for you is to say to yourself, if I'm buying a product at $147.50, if I'm buying the product at $175 at my LGS, is it worth it for me to get an extra one? Put it aside. It doesn't cost me anything. Nobody sees it. I don't need that $175. Obviously, you need to not need the money. Can I put it aside? And all of a sudden 10 years go by and you say, holy shit, I've got 60 boxes. They're averaging $150, $200 as an average across all of them. Well, 200 times 60, $12,000, but it only cost me 6 or 7. I made $5,000 here at the minimum. Excuse me. So let's check it out. Let's go on to eBay. Check out what these three are going through right now. It is Wednesday, January 15th. Purchased 8-9 years ago. Let's see what they go for now. All right, guys. So let's check it out quickly on eBay, what this looks like. So if I peruse over to eBay and I put in my search box here, Innistrad booster box. All right. So like we did the last time, we're presently in Canada. We're going to do a highest first because that way we'll be sure we're not getting all of the, all of the booster packs and things like that. And we'll go into North America only for now. Okay, now we don't want any other language but English. This is the one that we're targeting. This is extremely crazy right here. Who the heck would be asking $1,200 for it? But as you can see, okay, so the asking price is going, okay, this is Korean English. The asking price is somewhere around $783. Okay, this is Rudy. Let's go past Rudy a bit and go down. $635, $620, $587. Let's, for the fun of it, click on this one. So original Innistrad is $450 US. Of course, we're in Canada here, so I don't have the rest of the details. How come? Okay, so I don't have the numbers here. Why is it saying don't ship to Romania? I'm not on my VPN. That's curious. All right, let's try this one here then. There we are. Okay, so import charges again. Shipping charges, $55. Import charges, remember this is wrong. It would probably be about $20, $25 to import to Canada. So you're looking at $587 plus $55. You're right up to $640 plus say about $20, $660, $670. It's getting up there. Let's do Canada only. And we're going to look at the sold listings. See what people are actually buying them for. Okay, so Canada only. There's not a whole lot in Canada. All right, so Canada, the one person that sold right here sold for $500. Free shipping, so figure he or she generated a profit of about $480, $485 for the original Innistrad. Good old Rudy, $783 plus shipping. Probably in the States was free shipping, so he made, you know, $750, maybe more. So the selling price is probably averaging around $500, $550, you know, $540 plus shipping, so forth. So for you to purchase it, you're probably looking at somewhere around $600, $550 to $600, unless you're fortunate. You see a $522, $471. This was a bidding one from the States, but still getting it into Canada, you're looking at $525, $530. So let's call it a $525 just to be safe. So remember, we're generating from a $150 investment, we're generating about $375 on Innistrad. Dark Ascension. Dark Ascension booster box. Shipping, we'll go for highest, just so we filter out all of the packs. So here we ooh, not good pricing. Let's go right, okay, we're already on the sold listings and we're already Canada only. We have 3 people that sold over the past, excuse me, over the past month and a half. Wow, this is cheapo. Cost $100, but the guy bid, the bids went up to only $100. The person paid at least $15 in shipping, cost him a couple of bucks in gas. Lost money on this. I guarantee you, even if you bought it, you know, how many years ago, at the very minimum, you broke even. You paid for it $100 and somehow you probably lost a few bucks. Here, you're making a little bit of money. You're probably, well, this is again, is this? No, this is English. So here you probably made a couple of dollars. Figure maybe $10 or $15. Let's call it a break even. And if we go on to North America, yeah, some people managed to make a couple of extra bucks on it, but not much. Like again, if our starting point is 145, add in some extra, you know, maybe some profit generated through the shipping program. $23, you're making $5, but you're spending it in gas. Okay, so yeah, Dark Ascension, not the winner on this case. And finally, oh, here we go. It's already here. Avacyn Restored. Let's go right back over to Canada only. Wow. Okay, that's a little high. Oh, this is Japanese. So, Rudy, 520. Rudy's always the most expensive, right? 522 plus 65. But in truth, people, do I have the, I don't have the sold listings. Okay, sorry. Let's do that. All right, so Rudy managed to sell for 522 plus his shipping. 470 plus shipping, 444 plus shipping. I am in Canada only, so this is strangely. Oh no, we don't have any. So no, zero results found for Canada only. Nobody in Canada sold any of these recently. U.S. market, 350 plus shipping plus so forth and so on. 325. If you're fortunate, 281 plus shipping. Let's call it a 325. Well, 270. Well. What the hell? Oh, this is Korean. Okay, so for English, okay, so let's call it 300. Let's call it 300 for Avacyn Restored. So I made $150 on my Avacyn Restored. I made 300, I think we said 310 or something like that on Innistrad. So I made 450. If the three of them cost me 450 and I generated $900 in revenue, I doubled my money. I made $450 on a $450 investment, so I doubled it. Is it worth it? You figure it's in my cupboard for the past you know how many years. It's not really bothering me. It's not taking up any room that I need. I had the money at the time. I spent $140, $150. I put it aside. I doubled my money. Obviously, if I only had bought Dark Ascension, I wouldn't be losing anything at least. I could probably, if I'm very, very unfortunate, I'd only get, excuse me, $100 for it, but probably manage to hold on to it long enough to at least to sell it back for 130, 140 and really not lose any money on it. So worst case scenario here, I've lost money on Dark Ascension, but not too much. And I've doubled my money with the rest of them. So again, demonstrating that holding on to sealed pack, for the most part, is worth it. Let's do, I'm going to do one other video here, and I'm going to go through, like, quickly Kaladesh, Amonkhet, Excellence, see where those are located right now, okay? Talk to you soon, guys. Take care.